yeah.
Hey guys, we are in Virginia this week.
And it's November 1st.
And we're soaking up
And
the
I'm
sunshine.
in shorts.
Yep.
And a t-shirt. At
And
the beach.
it's a rough life.
It's unseasonably warm.
Yeah. It's
And we get off-season rates at a beachfront hotel.
which we have to leave.
But we have another one tonight. Somewhere else.
Yes.
North Carolina.
Yep. We move on after today, but we've had a really good week.
Yep. Great week in Virginia.
So we started out with the Pentagon and the 9/11 memorial there.
So we did all the September 11th memorials. We did the one in New York City for the Twin Towers. We did the field in Pennsylvania for Flight 93, and then this week we did the Pentagon for their memorial that they had, which was a lot more simple but very beautiful, very elegant. It's a very quiet, reflective place. They did a nice job.
Sad.
Very.
We went to Arlington then.
Yep, Arlington National Cemetery.
So I guess it was neat to see that it's still an active cemetery.
Yeah, they do like 7,000 funerals every year.
It's a big, big cemetery.
Yeah.
And the unknown soldier, what was that, a ceremony?
Yeah, they do a little military thing, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, so we timed that perfectly and got to see that.
Yep, which was really neat. And then they do like a little flower ceremony afterwards where they let some veterans, come up, and then they give like a flower wreath to them, and then they place it on the stand for the by the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. So that was neat to see.
Yep.
So.
And John F. Kennedy is buried there, so they have the eternal flame flickering for him, so we stopped at the gravesite there for a little bit.
So we went and we checked out the Oud Bar Hazy Center.
Yeah, it's a partnership with the Smithsonian Air and Space, and just have lots of different airplanes in a large hangar.
And
they had the Space Shuttle Columbia there, which was... Oh, they had the Space Shuttle Discovery there. Discovery.
thought it was Discover.
Oh, maybe it was. The Space Shuttle Discover. The Space Shuttle Discovery.
I said Discovery, and then you said no, it's Discover.
Check on that. One way or the other, I was right.
Okay, Columbia.
I have a spaceship.
Yeah, what's its name?
And I don't know.
Discovery.
Discovery.
Did it go to any cool places? Like where?
Watch me.
Ta-da! There you are. So where did it go?
Into space.
Into space?
Anyways, it was a real life space shuttle.
That took the dang it.
We are so informative.
Took the Hubble telescope.
Gather
to
your
space.
children around. The education lesson has begun.
Oh Lord. It took the Hubble telescope to space. Just neat to see something that was, so important.
Yeah, we also had the Enola Gay that dropped the bomb on Hiroshima, so that's also a significant part of history.
So along with that, we went and we checked out Mount Vernon.
Yep. The kids loved their George Washington, so we had to go see George Washington's house.
Right? He had a big house.
He did? Yeah, he was a very wealthy man. Had a large plantation, lots of acreage.
Right? A big house, like 9 bedrooms.
Yeah. It was interesting. They were talking about how at that time, if you were traveling and you stopped at a home, they offered you room and board for as long as you wanted. You could just stay there for free. They'd feed you and they'd give you a room, and you could stay for weeks if you wanted. They said nobody did. They had, to go to work and keep moving on. But
Well, they also said his longest recorded visitor was 11 months.
there's always those people that are villagers.
but they just don't go.
The unwanted house guest that just doesn't know when to
Right.
leave at the right time. Walking around, hey George Washington, how you doing, man? Want to be friends? Like your wooden teeth?
Oh,
Oh,
too soon.
is it though? What's the statute of limitations on Washington jokes? 200 years, I think we're good.
Yeah. So, and he had like 9 bedrooms, and I think they said the most guests he had in one year was like 600 and some. Just an absurd, just outrageous,
Yeah.
absolutely outrageous number of house guests that you have to feed and change the sheets, and it's not like they had flushable toilets, folks. So we're going back in time even more,
Way back.
back to the time of the dinosaurs.
And we're not talking about George Washington.
Oh, still too soon. We went to a place in, what was it, Waypost?
Yeah.
Something like that, called Dinosaur Land. And it was a little backyard full of fiberglass dinosaurs. So it was cute enough.
Yeah, it was quirky. It was an older one, but they had King Kong. The kids have loved King Kong now since
The Empire
New
State
York.
Building.
Yeah, climbed the Empire State Building. They're fascinated with King Kong. So
Yeah.
they had a huge shark,
Mhm.
megalodon shark.
And a
Lots.
giant squid.
Yeah,
So,
it was cute enough.
yeah. So,
We like those roadside attractions. They're just a little something different.
right,
Maybe the older ones, kind of quirky,
right.
kitschy little things. Where are we?
We're at Dinosaur Land. Ouchie! Ouchie, look!
I almost believe you.
Oh, the natural bridge. That was so cool.
Yeah, that was something majestic, wasn't it?
Yeah. So Thomas Jefferson bought the natural bridge in like 157 acres from King George III for $2.40. I think he got a deal.
Yeah, I'd say.
So just amazing. It's like a 100-foot span, right?
Something like that.
Of like this natural bridge formation.
Stone.
Right.
Solid rock.
And underneath it, is a stream that goes, and you walk from underneath it. You don't walk over it. And you look up above the stream, and there's a rectangle carved out in the stone. And the rumor is that George Washington went with Thomas Jefferson onto the land, and they were kind of checking it out.
Yeah, look up.
And George Washington, being in his young 20s and being, spry and a boy, climbed up the side of the natural bridge and carved his initials in the side. So supposedly it's George Washington's initials carved like 23 feet above the river. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have just been a rectangle with nothing in it because I couldn't see anything. I didn't wear my glasses, but
Could
Cool.
be. No, there's GW in it, but
Okay.
it could have been Greg Wilson. Could have been Ginny Weasley.
Or George Weasley.
Oh, nice.
So we tried hunting for fairy stones in Fairy Stone National Park, and it was an epic fail.
What are fairy stones, Trina?
I'll let you explain this one.
They're little rock formations that are made, and the legend is that when the fairies in North America discovered that, or heard word that Jesus had been crucified, what was it? Their tears turned
Yeah.
into stones, and they're shaped like little crosses. At least some of them. So it was a cute little mix of religion and magic that I thought was pretty charming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that the place is relatively picked over for the cross-shaped stones. You'd have to be either very lucky or spend a lot of time there to find one that's shaped like a cross. But it was a nice hike.
Yeah, it was a beautiful hike, beautiful day. Yeah, we went to, I can't pronounce it, Appomattox?
Appomattox Courthouse, yep. So we've seen a lot of Civil War history from Lincoln's boyhood home to Ford's Theater to many of the different battlefields in the Civil War. So it was very interesting to see the end of it. This
Right.
is where the treaty was signed, or the surrender was given from General Lee
Right.
to General Grant.
In some random person's house.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of history saturated.
Well, we are in Virginia.
It's true. We went to Edgar Allan Poe's museum.
And the museum was centered in the oldest house that was still standing in Richmond. So
Right.
it
Had
was a nice
nothing
old
to
house.
do with Edgar Allan Poe.
No,
But it was a cool house.
Yep. Started the museum there.
Right. And he was very, very, a dark writer. And his death was a mystery.
Yep.
So that was kind of cool. I still can't figure out exactly why he died. He just kind of went crazy and died. So,
I like they had a little, one of his short stories had a security device on fences, and it was shards of glass that were mounted across the top of a fence. So they replicated that, so that was kind of a neat little design
right.
feature.
That
A couple
was-
of black cats roaming around that the kids terrorized.
desperately wanted to pet.
Yeah.
Desperately. Those cats were scared poopless.
Yep, and if your cat is scared in an Edgar Allan Poe Museum, you know that our kids are terrifying.
Who can forget about Jamestown?
I don't know.
It was cool. They were doing archaeological digs there.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to piece everything back together, and find things from the settlements and stuff. So
Yeah, they had excavated a foundation to one of the original pieces of the fort
right,
from when they settled it in the late 17th century.
right.
So that was pretty neat. They dug it out, and you could see that.
So it was cool to see a live dig. One of the girls was actually like down in there, like scraping away layers, and they had it all kind of mapped out and stuff. So that was fascinating. I could have watched her all day. It was cool.
Yeah, they had a statue of Pocahontas there. Oh,
Okay, so if you've enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to our channel. And we will see you next week when we are in North Carolina.
and at a beach again.
Yep, so here's our beach.
We even saw dolphins earlier.
Boom. Yeah. So, but
They
cool
did
to
have
see.
rocking chair toilets, though.
No.
That was
Wrong
somewhere
house.
else.
Man, you are not on point today.
Just thinking about the beach. I would take a pot.
No, I don't think you wanna. Splish, splash.
Oh,